Cousins, we've got a story that's already blurring the lines between hip-hop royalty, betrayal, and a public spectacle no one quite saw coming. The rumor mill exploded when a prominent TV news reporter allegedly humiliated Jay-Z on national television, accusing him on air of bullying Nicki Minaj behind the scenes. Yes, that Jay. The exchange reportedly left viewers stunned and social media ablaze. What started as one broadcast may now unravel secrets tucked inside the Roc Nation walls. The clip circulating shows the reporter pressing Jay-Z about whether he used his influence to stifle Nicki's momentum. Fans believe it was tied to her newly public claim that Jay-Z shortchanged her on Tidal equity. The host paused, leaned in and asked, "Did you try to quiet her down, Mr. Carter?" The stunned silence that followed became the moment. Though Jay-Z refused to directly respond, insiders suggest the conversation rattled his inner circle. This bombshell comes right after Nicki went scorched earth on social media, accusing Jay-Z and Roc Nation of greed, betrayal, and sabotage. She claimed she was only paid $1 million instead of $9 million for her 3% stake in Tidal. Several fans believe she's owed as much as $100 to $200 million. This isn't just rap drama, it's corporate warfare disguised as feud. And now that a reporter dared to push him in public, well, the pressure is mounting. Meanwhile, Cardi B's latest album sales have become fodder in this swirling storm. Critics claimed her sophomore album was flopping while Nicki's influence remained untouchable. But Cardi shot back at those critics, insisting she poured her heart and soul into the record, and that comparisons to Nicki were unfair. That pushback only added fuel to the narrative that someone powerful might be manipulating outcomes behind the scenes. Enter the explosive assertion. Some fans believe that Jay-Z allegedly used bots or shadow resources to buy up Cardi B's own albums, just enough to keep her ahead of Nicki in chart positioning, while quietly undermining her credibility. It's whispered in industry circles, though no concrete proof has surfaced. If true, it would be the most Machiavellian move in music politics. The whisper that the man behind the chart manipulates even his own rivals now haunts headlines. Adding to the scandal, reports from late last year suggest that Cardi accused Offset of cheating again, though he denied it publicly. The timing of that whisper reconnects to the moment her album dropped, leaving fans to wonder, was her personal life weaponized against her professionally? The overlapping chaos between relationships, rappers, and record tallies is nearly cinematic. And then there's Quavo. Rumors are swirling of a new Offset-Quavo collaboration. Some believe it's a reconciliation play. Others think it's a redirect to deflect attention from the Jay-Z-Nicki battle. A teaser dropped on social media hints something big is dropping soon, but nothing's confirmed. Quavo's camp says they're working things out musically, but critics think that sounds dangerously vague. But we haven't even touched the rockiest part. Nicki's scorched earth retaliation. Beyond her Tidal claims, she's gone after Punch, SZA, Roc Nation execs and more, accusing people of bullying, using her as a pawn, shutting her voice when it wasn't convenient. Her online war of words implies she no longer fears the consequences and that she's quietly building a dossier of grievances. Some insiders whisper that after the televised confrontation, Jay-Z's team moved swiftly behind the scenes. The rumor? They're preparing a counterstrike, documents, legal threats, retractions, and they may already know where an internal leak came from. As every message, every tweet, every record gets dissected, one question looms: has the House of Carter been baited into a trap? Just when you thought things couldn't get messier, the aftermath of that televised confrontation is now unraveling like a thriller. Word is, minutes after the broadcast, Jay-Z's legal team scrambled, and one insider claims they demanded the host to return the clip or retract the statement. But the host refused, citing journalistic integrity. That refusal reportedly enraged multiple parties within Roc Nation. Backstage, sources claim Jay-Z was livid, his face in full glare mode, pacing, demanding to know who leaked his inner negotiations with Nicki. Staffers reportedly scrambled to scrub devices, wipe logs, and traced the origin of the leak. As whispers circulated, a faint rumor that someone inside Roc Nation may have betrayed Jay-Z began spreading. Some believe it might be Nicki's own people quietly feeding her intel. At the same time, Cardi B took the opportunity to publicly issue a statement. "Let the records speak. Nobody's buying me except me. I know my worth and no gimmick will define me." That was immediately retweeted by fans, turning her quote into a rally cry. Some viewed that as defiance, others as an oblique call to her own inner circle. Expose the truth. Meanwhile, the rumoured bot purchase scheme is taking centre stage. A few data analysts on Twitter claim to see unusual spikes in Cardi's streaming numbers and album purchases in obscure regions, patterns consistent with automated buying systems. Those whispers escalated overnight. If verified, that would be the smoking gun many critics have speculated about. Inside the inner sanctum of Roc Nation, tension is now a full-blown civil war. Executives are said to be split, one faction wanting damage control, another wanting to go on offense. One exec reportedly told a confidant, "We cannot let her erase us from history." But with Nicki's viral accusation threads reaching millions, that we might be too late. Offset, watching from a distance, reportedly huddled with industry allies. He's said to be exploring a public collaboration with Quavo as a diversion strategy. But more than that, he's rumoured to be quietly reaching out to both sides, trying not to get pinned. Knowing the kind of chess this is, he might be playing more than one move simultaneously. Then comes word that Jay-Z is preparing a statement, drafting it late into the night with legal and PR shaping every line. The document, insiders say, will deny bullying accusations, reaffirm support for artist equity, and demand retraction or correction of the on-air humiliation. But sources also claim a counter from Nicki's team is already drafted, threatening lawsuits for defamation, financial damages, and reputational harm. In Atlantic City, where Cardi's album launch event was meant to be a victory, things went off script. Reportedly, some attendees held up posters reading "Free Nicki" and "Cardi, don't let them gaslight you." Videos from the floor showed fans chanting, "Expose them." The moment shifted from party to protest. Social media raged, was Cardi a pawn in someone else's war? But the plot thickens. A tipster emailed one gossip blog claiming they had screenshots of internal emails between Roc Nation execs and distributors discussing how to throttle Nicki's rollout and boost Cardi's numbers at select times. The tipster promised to release them in 24 hours. If authentic, they could blow open the whole narrative. Cousins, this is where it gets nuclear. Within hours of the tipster's promise, the first screenshot dropped, an internal email sent from a high-level Roc Nation operations executive to a distribution partner. It outlined a staggered release strategy, where Nicki's streaming visibility would be capped unless she agreed to certain rebate terms. Critics immediately called it coordination, sabotage, censorship. The internet exploded. The email read, allegedly, suppress push in Region B until Album A shows in Region A. Use phantom purchases for boosts. That bombshell matched the weird spike data analysts noted days ago and matched fans' suspicions about those phantom streams. If true, it's not just chart manipulation, it's institutional control of narratives. Nicki's camp wasted no time issuing a statement. "We are assessing these documents. If they're real, Roc Nation must answer for undermining her artistry. Cue immediate threats of lawsuits." Jay-Z finally broke his silence, issuing a written statement via Roc Nation. He denied all claims of bullying or manipulation, calling the emails fake, malicious fabrications. But industry talks suggest some execs are privately distancing themselves, refusing to be named. One executive reportedly texted, "If they can leak this, they can leak more." Meanwhile, Cardi B's world is erupting. Her team launched a live press conference blasting the alleged sabotage, demanding independent audits of streaming platforms and calling on peers to stand with her. Viewers online saw her eyes red, voice firm, corners of her jaw tight. This was not staged. She declared, "I may be small in their eyes, but nobody will erase me." The room cheered. Viewers flooded social posts with Tenchium expose them. Offset, caught between loyalty and strategy, allegedly flew into a covert meeting with both Roc Nation and Cardi's legal team. Sources say he attempted to negotiate a truce, offering to testify to what he knows if immunity is granted. But the tension in that room was thick. Who betrays? Who shields? And who folds first? Meanwhile, the mysterious tipster released more documents: bank transaction logs, distributor memos, and chain of command drafts. One memo showed the distribution partner balking at suppressing Nicki's streams, writing back, "This jeopardizes our legal compliance." Another memo suggested that modifications would only go live if Cardi's sales began to slip below a threshold. In short, everything was gameable. Fans of both artists erupted. On X, one user wrote, "This is bigger than music, this is control." Another, Jay hiding behind his throne, thought years of building walls would protect him. The Barbs and Bardi gang began mass tagging both artists in threads demanding transparency. Rage, confusion, pain, every emotion surfaced. And now the final twist. Less than 24 hours ago, a new voice entered the fray: Quavo. Via Instagram story, he dropped this: "Too much been spilling. Gone be time to rearrange seats. I'm dropping what they don't want heard." That drop is presumed to be unreleased voicemails or footage that could implicate Roc Nation or even inner circles of rap royalty. So where do we stand? Allegations of bullying, abuse of power, a reporter's daring confrontation, whistleblower leaks, a war over chart warping, and now a potential wildcard from Quavo. As the public watches, one thing is clear: someone's legacy may be irreversibly shattered. In the next hours, we expect confessions, apologies, countersuits, and maybe someone's career to be exposed entirely. Who will be forced to bow? Which empire will crack? The next move could rewrite music's hierarchy. Stay close, cousins.